What's up, YouTube? What's up, Extreme Gains family? And everybody else, how you doing? I'm Chuck. This is Extreme Gains. Let me start off by saying I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please don't take it as such. This is the AMC update / preparation video this Sunday for heading into this week. Something I preach at Extreme Gains is that we prepare for everything, so we're surprised by nothing. And that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to give you a couple scenarios. Those of you that follow, that are in the live streams, that are in the private Discord, you all know all this. I'm just going to update you. But for the ones that don't know, I have identified algorithms that are running almost market-wide from what I can see. I pick them apart. I place them in macro fractal shapes. I break them down to micro fractal shapes playing out within them and a pattern that is displayed with those, which helps me see past repetitive movement, therefore be able to project future price movement as well. I've created a trading strategy based off of it. We look at that in the Discord. I'll get you all that information at the end of the video. But let's dive right in here. Here's the overall AMC. You can see here, this is the algorithm that gets played out, played here, played prior to the January run-up, literally for 7 years. And then it played out January to June, and now we're playing out June till now. Same exact pattern, same exact fractals, same exact everything. So anyways, this is where we're sitting right now. You can see here the overall trend inside of the macro megaphone shape. Sorry, had a brain shit there for a minute. The macro megaphone, and then the macro descending wedge inside of that, and it's just ping-ponging back and forth. So anyways, we went over two scenarios last week. Scenario 1, Scenario 2. Scenario 1 was a single bottom replica of Dollar Tree from 2008-2009. For context, please go back to the videos that I've previously published and put out. I break all this down and explain it. You're going to want to see that if you're just seeing this one for the first time. It'll really break that down for you and give you a good idea of what I'm talking about. Anyways, for those of you that know, this is playing out almost to the T right now. You can see here, this Dollar Tree on the right, this is AMC on the left. We're down here in the bottom. If this was the single bottom, I mean, we have the exact same movements, which we projected out prior to this moving. I found this before it even happened, and it's literally following it. I know some people were taking some trades based off of it and kicked some ass, definitely on Friday. So we'll see what happens here. I don't recommend that, by the way. But anyways, we're sitting here in the single bottom. If that is the case, potentially I could, in this scenario, expect to see a move up, a short-term move up maybe. Potentially, again, candle for candle, doesn't need to happen, but just the overall movement that creates shapes is what I see and what I compute. So could we see that? I believe we potentially could, but in this scenario, I would expect a pullback to replicate this before a breakout of both the white descending edge, descending wedge, and the yellow. Same here. A pull, maybe it come up and touch on the short term, a pull back before we swing back around, and we break out of both descending wedges, the white and the yellow. Okay? Real close. This thing looks good. This is why I said in the tweet, it's good because every scenario looks good right now. Every single one. Okay? Let's go. This is scenario 1. Scenario 2 is the double bottom. Here's the double bottom. This is from a 7-year, actually, let me go show you this first. This is from a 7-year fractal that has been playing out, on AMC since its IPO. This is where I discovered this. This is AMC's IPO, and here is the exact same fractal. The exact same fractal. The exact same fractal shapes, the exact same fractal pattern, and this is the algorithm. This is the algorithm, okay? This is the double bottom scenario. You can see in this descending wedge, it creates a confluence of support, and then we go parabolic in January. All right, this is scenario 2, right? This is what this would look like in scenario 2. We come down, we'd come back down, we would make a double bottom, and then we go absolutely parabolic again. Okay, in January, believe it or not. So, January-ish, late January, I think, if this is the scenario. So anyways, here is the screenshot of scenario 2. I took the lines off because I wanted you to really see it without the lines on both of them. So again, with scenario 2, we would be in this area right now. Could we again see a short-term move up to the descending wedge resistance? Yes. However, I do believe if that were to happen shortly thereafter, we would see a pullback to create the double bottom. Okay? And then we would make this double bottom, which would line up with what I just showed you on the confluence of support. Look that up if you don't know what the definition of it is. Once we would do that, I believe that then it would play out just like we saw with a parabolic move. Okay? This is scenario 2, double bottom. Now, not that I want to throw a third one in there, but I just want you to think of something, because I was looking at this prior to putting the video together, thinking about how I was going to organize this to talk about it. And I want you to just take a look at this and consider this, okay? Because the only thing that I don't have an expectation for is this thing continuing to just blow out of here right now, right? And why is that? Well, because I just showed you the scenarios that I'm looking at. I showed you the algorithm. I showed you what I'm looking at. I showed you how they match up. You can see on the charts how they look very, very similar. This is the only scenario that I wasn't thinking about. And if I'm going to stay true to the motto and to the MO of extreme gains, of preparing for everything, to be surprised by nothing, then I need to prepare for this as well. If we're going to prepare for downside, I want us to also be around the board prepared for upside too. So I looked at this and I thought, what if this check is this check, this check is this check, this down to bottom 1 is this down to bottom 1, up, down, up, up, down, up, and then down for double bottom, right? Down, and you're going to say, well, whoa, it went way down. AMC has a tendency, the market makers have the tendency to insert volume in a way that it exaggerates moves both upside and downside. Typically, it's to the downside from what I've seen. In this scenario, it could have been done to either rake liquidity or to scare people out of their positions. Let's face it. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. So I thought, if that was the case, and this is just an exaggerated move, not only to rake the liquidity and stuff, but to throw guys like me off and cycle and Wyckoff and everybody off to say, well, that doesn't match. But look, if that was the case, and this is the double bottom, look, right? We come down, we go up, down, up, right? We make another W here. Look, we come down, up, down, up. So, again, not that I want to complicate things anymore for anybody and throw like a third, and they're going to be like, well, that's what else can I do? You know, but listen, this is how you prepare for the market. This is how you prepare for everything so you can adjust and move. The market is liquid. It goes anywhere, anytime, right? We can map out these algos and know where it's potentially going. Cycle theorists can map that out and know where it's potentially going. Wyckoff guys can map it out and know where. No one knows where this thing is going, right? So I look at everything from a macro mindset. I take into consideration everything: market conditions, market sentiment, stock sentiment, everything, the economy, all of it. And when I looked at this, I thought to myself, the only thing that I haven't presented yet is a blow out of here, right? How would that happen if that was this? And I saw it. Check, check, bottom. Check, check, bottom. over exaggeration to second bottom, W, W, blowout, blowout. Okay? Just wanted to throw that in there. Want you guys with me thinking about every possibility here, right? So where I'm sitting, and again, look what happens after the blowout. Bang, back down. Almost down here, I mean, almost to the bottom, right? So again, these are things I'm looking at. So no matter how we look at this, even if we're using all three, there could be a short-term upswing on all three of them. However, all three will be followed by a move down. All three. Potential up in the short term, meaning in the next 4-hour candle or more, and then a pullback on every single scenario. So in my mind, when I take all three of those and I lay them out in front of me, that's what I'm looking at potentially seeing happen this week with AMC or beyond. I'm expecting a short-term move up followed by a pullback. Okay? Once I see the pullback or a move up or not a move up, it will confirm. And I know I said this last week, but this is what I'm telling you. As we get closer, these last months, especially before a giant move up on all the scenarios, this is what happens. Everything looks alike, and there's going to be one moment, and it's going to be very quick, and I promise as soon as I see it, I will put a video out. There'll be one moment prior to it where it'll be like, oh, there it is. That's it. We're going. And I'll know which one we're in. Okay? That's how this works. I can map out the long-term movements like I've done here for a very, very, very long time. All year. I've mapped this out all year. Excuse me. All year I've mapped this out. However, when you get down to something before these big moves, like here and like here, and the further out you get, now you have more samples to look at, right? So things start looking alike in different ways, especially when you zoom in on the micro, which is something I try not to do. I like playing the big moves. I don't like zooming in and trying to play a micro move in here, even though you're like, damn, dude, it's a $10 move. I get it, but, look at this move. I'd rather, and I can mess around in here and play around, but I'm not always spot on in here. But these mega macro outside moves are what I look for, and that's what I use to my advantage and have, like I said, for an entire year. But anyways, that's kind of what I'm looking at. In my opinion, no matter what happens here, we're looking good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Listen, thank you all for tuning in. If you wouldn't mind, hit that like button for me. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I have a private Discord. We have a private Discord. It's the Extreme Gains family. We're kicking ass in there, honest to God. The options have been just off the chain call-outs. Banking big on those if you're playing them. The ALGOs, we got tons of ALGOs in there that have been identified. They're all playing out just like this perfectly. It's a really cool community. Also, I live stream Monday through Friday, market open to market close. We have a great group in there. Come by, say hello, check it out, hang out. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you're having a good weekend. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'm about to do a GME and a BBIG separate. I'm going to do them separate this week. So keep your eyes out for them. And yeah, that's it. I think we're good. We're sitting pretty. I'm excited. When Monday? Real soon. When Moon? I believe soon too. All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and I will talk to you either on the next one or in the live stream tomorrow. Later.